Hey there, art campers. Today, as promised, I am making a video about making a collage bookmark. So this is a simple one that I just made. The materials that you're going to need are one of the bookmarks that I put in your bag for you. And if you want to do this with somebody else, all you really need is a piece of paper that's a little bit stiffer, or even like the cover of a catalog or something like that. And then bookmarks don't have to have a hole in them if you want to put a ribbon through it. That's just if you want to tie something to it, but you can do it without a ribbon too. So that's up to you. So you can do this with really any paper. I just thought that these were really cool because they were already made for you, or the template was already cut for you. You'll need scissors if you're going to cut. If you don't have scissors, you can still rip. You'll need the Sharpie I gave you, and you'll need your glue stick. You're also going to need stuff to collage. So I use junk mail. This is a catalog that is like, I don't know, a bunch of really cool outdoor furniture that I can't really afford right now. So I'm going to use all the really cool patterns. Look at this cool page on rugs. So I can't really buy those rugs right now, but I can use them in my bookmark to use. Look at the cool texture of that pink stuff or that green like plant wall. So anyway, I'm going to use this for texture. I also love ads for letters. And if you have comics, I always think comics are so much fun. Sometimes I wrap presents in comics. My mom used to do that when I was a little girl, so sometimes I still do that. So you can use the funny pages or any kind of junk mail to collage. So here's one that I've already done, and I cut some abstract shapes, and then I glued them down, and then I used my Sharpie for detail. And this is some scrap ribbon that I just had around the house, or if you have string, you could use string or ribbon to tie on at the end if you want. If you don't have string or ribbon, I think that's totally okay too. All right, so first, let's find some things to cut or rip. Okay, so I'm going to, I think I like this green and this like cloud color here. Actually, maybe I'm gonna rip it. So I like that kind of, yeah, I love that shape. Okay, so you're gonna rip, and then I'm gonna decide which color I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do the red one. Okay, so when you're putting glue on, this is how to not get in trouble at your house with getting glue stick everywhere. Just use the back of a catalog or the back of something to glue so that you can get glue on the scrap paper. It ripped a little bit. Not your table or your desk or wherever you're working. So I'm gonna glue this kind of wherever I want on here. And I'm even gonna wrap it around. Make sure there's enough glue. I like it when designs wrap around like that. Oh my goodness, that looks really cool already. And red and green are complementary colors, which means that they're opposites actually. So that is gonna look really neat. So I'm gonna look through, let me use this CVS ad or something here to put this on. I am going, here, I have an old envelope, that'll work for setting this on. Now let's look through and find some neat patterns. Let's see, I'm using some greens and some browns, so let me see what would look cool. Oh, I like these gnomes. I'm gonna rip that out. I think I'm gonna cut that gnome out. This is a little picture of a garden gnome you can buy, and it has a Hawaiian skirt on it. That'll be interesting. This is a funny story. I had some students from when I taught high school who actually found, or maybe they stole, I don't know, a bunch of garden gnomes from all over town, and then put them in my front yard in the middle of the night as a prank. It was strange and funny. And I made them return some of them too, to the people where they took them from. So anyway, I kind of like garden gnomes because of that very strange story. All right, I'm gonna find more Ooh, I love this. This is a red table that is against the green grass in this picture. But I think it would look cool, just the pattern in my bookmark. So I'm gonna cut that. Oh, that looks really funky and cool. I found an old envelope that I can use to work on. I think that's easier for you to see. The ads are distracting. Make sure there's glue on the back of this piece so I can wrap it around. I think that's looking really funky and cool. I like it. Oh, that piece doesn't have enough glue. You want to kind of rub your hand across the bookmark and make sure that the pieces aren't coming up. Now, I don't want you to use crayon or marker on this. I know that seems like that would be fun to add color, but I would be worried that those would rub off onto the book that you're going to be using. So I don't want you to use crayon or marker. We're using Collage, and then we're going to use a Sharpie. All right, I have another piece of this here, so I'm going to do this and then bend it around. I think you should also do stuff on both sides of your bookmark. You know, I'm folding stuff around, but then at some point I need to turn it over and look at it and then do some stuff on the back. So, let's see here. I'll tear off more of this. You know what? I see the word gripe and grumble. I think that's kind of funny. I'm gonna put it on mine. Okay. I don't know if I like it or not. If I don't like it, I'll just cover it up with something else. We'll see. That's the beauty of collage, is you can just keep adding stuff and covering it up. You don't have to rip it off. And take some corners here from this grassy page. And again, just make sure, maybe I'm gonna trim that edge off. Okay, so we have a lot of stuff going on here, and you can keep going, but I don't want this video to be like 12 hours long. So we have some really beautiful things collaged here, and some different colors. I have this dude mowing a lawn in a comic I just saw. I'm gonna get him on here somehow. I think that's really cool looking. All right, I'm gonna get him on the back somehow. If my gripe isn't glued down all the way, I might pull it. No, I'll put something over it. All right. Yeah, I really like that dude. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is take my Sharpie. If you want, this is optional. Take your Sharpie and you can trace maybe the sides of some of the edges to add some interest there. And then I might just keep tracing the side here. Look at, I'm adding lines that are just kind of like the shape of the edge of this gnome all the way around. And then I kind of like this, almost makes like a V or a diamond shape here. So I'm making shapes that are kind of like going around the shapes of the paper. I need a little more glue right here. Remember how I said to make sure you feel all your pieces as you're doing this to make sure they're glued down. Because I know some of mine sure aren't. Maybe I'm going to continue drawing this cloud with the same kind of lines that the artist did. So this is what your bookmark can look like. It has some different lines and textures. I think it's kind of cool. I don't know if you do. If you want to put some string in it, here's how you do that. So you'll take your ribbon or your string and you'll just bend it in half. Okay? Take the end that's bent, push it through the hole. So you'll have push it through the hole about halfway. So you'll have a part like this, that's a loop, and then you'll have these tassels right here. All you do then is push the tassels through the loop and pull, and you have your bookmark. Let me move this. Just like that. Now, if you know how to braid or make friendship bracelets, that would be a really beautiful way to add a nice tassel too. You could add multiple colors if you want as well. So here's another one that I did. Let's see, you can look at the back. You can do more to the back if you want. But here's two examples. I think these are really beautiful. They're really fun. I think this is a neat way to have a little piece of secret art tucked inside of a book that you're reading. So I hope that you enjoy this, and I would love to see pictures of your bookmarks if you do this project. So if you make this project, would you please share yours on our Google Classroom page? I hope you enjoyed this. It's early in the morning. Thanks for listening to me on the video, and I hope that you have a really, really good day. Take care.